King Solomon was not a poor man seeking affection. He was not a foolish man chasing attention. He was known for wisdom beyond his years, wealth beyond measure, and relationships with more women than most men will ever encounter in a lifetime. Yet King Solomon's greatest lessons did not come from abundance, they came from reflection. History remembers his success, but his writings reveal his warnings. He observed that many men do not fall from scarcity, but from excess. Men are rarely undone by what they lack, but by what they indulge without restraint. And what King Solomon learned at great cost still applies to men today. Desire without wisdom. Solomon understood something most men ignore. Desire itself is not dangerous, but desire without wisdom is destructive. Attraction excites the senses, but it does not build stability. Solomon observed that a man who chases pleasure slowly loses command over his time, his focus, and eventually his purpose. The heart that is easily stirred is easily controlled. Many men believe fulfillment lies in attention and intimacy. King Solomon's life proved otherwise. He saw that unchecked desire does not satisfy, it multiplies restlessness. The cost of attachment. King Solomon warned that attachment weakens a man quietly. It does not announce itself, it whispers. It convinces a man that his value is tied to how he is received, how he is wanted, how he is validated. Through observation, King Solomon saw strong men become anxious, focused men become distracted, and leaders become pleasers. The moment a man depends on approval, he surrenders authority. King Solomon concluded that respect is not earned through pursuit, but through self-possession. A man who abandons his center to gain affection loses both silence, restraint, and power. King Solomon wrote often about restraint because he understood power. A wise man, he observed, is slow to speak and slower to react. Silence was not weakness to Solomon, it was discipline. He noticed that men who speak excessively reveal insecurity, and men who react emotionally expose vulnerability. Restraint, on the other hand, creates presence. When a man no longer explains himself unnecessarily, he becomes difficult to manipulate. When he no longer reacts impulsively, he becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability commands respect. The woman. A wise man walks away from King Solomon did not teach men to hate women. He taught men to discern wisely. He warned against involvement with those who lack discretion, not out of cruelty, but out of understanding. A wise man, King Solomon observed, walks away from disrespect disguised as honesty, chaos disguised as passion, attention without integrity. When peace consistently leaves a man's presence, wisdom is calling him to step back. Walking away is not rejection, it is selection. The man who can leave what excites him proves he is governed by purpose, not impulse. After all Solomon witnessed, after wealth, power, desire, and excess, he reached a final understanding. A man who masters himself needs little from the world. Women are not a man's foundation. Purpose is. Attraction fades, validation shifts, desire changes, but discipline remains. Solomon's life stands as a warning and a guide. A man who builds his identity on wisdom and restraint will never need to beg for respect. For the man who stands firmly within himself is always noticed without asking to be seen. If this wisdom resonated with you, like this video so others can find it. Share it with a man who needs clarity, not noise. And comment below, I choose wisdom.